All right, Lily, you ready to go? Here we go.
Let's do it.
The latest EP, Blame Game, is out now. Lily, how you hanging in there?
I'm doing well. We just finished recording and now I'm gonna relax.
I always like to know where the person I'm talking to, where are you? Are you in Chicago?
Yep, I'm in Chicago. It's 80 today. Finally
Wow.
feels like
Crazy. Well, I'm super excited. We're all super excited that Beach Bunny is coming to Portland. You're playing the Wonder Ballroom on December 3rd. How stoked are you that the tour you've been planning for so long is actually finally going to happen?
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's like surreal. I feel like on stage, I'm not gonna be able to process it.
You think you remember how to do it?
I hope so. Might get a little stage fright.
I know, Lily, you've been writing songs and making music solo for several years, but it felt like the band Beach Bunny was really blowing up in popularity just before the pandemic hit. But instead of wallowing, as mentioned, you've been writing music, you've been recording. What have you been doing?
Yeah, I mean, we've been practicing a lot and just working on a second album, which we were really only able to start doing recently with all the COVID restrictions and stuff. So it feels good to be back.
Sure. Is all your band Chicago folks too?
Yes. And everyone's vaccinated, so that feels good.
So you've put out some new music during the pandemic, and without the ability to tour, it must be challenging for an artist. I would equate it to like bowling in the dark. I mean, you're throwing the ball, but you don't know if the pins are going down because you're not on tour. You can't hear the audience feedback.
Yeah, absolutely. It seemed like one of those things where we felt like we should put out something because we couldn't tour, but that's so true.
Now, a lot of artists that I've spoken to have found this downtime very useful. They've been able to really just kind of get into themselves and focus and write music. I would think it'd be very difficult to find any inspiration to write songs. How did it work out for you?
Yeah, I would say the majority of the pandemic, I was mostly just making like beats on my laptop because I couldn't think of any lyrics or anything to talk about.
Yeah.
But just the feeling of like a happy beat or something like that was kind of fun. And I feel like the boys probably relate. We were all kind of just trying to figure out software and I don't know, learn new skills.
Yeah, because anytime during this whole lockdown, I would talk to somebody on the phone in a FaceTime chat. They'd say, "Hey, what's new?" It's like, what's new? Nothing. It's Groundhog Day. Lily, was going into music something you had planned to do, or did it happen more serendipitously? Did you kind of stumble into it?
I've always had some kind of calling towards music throughout my teen life and stuff like that, but it was more of a passion project. I don't think I necessarily could predict it being a career. I'm really happy it worked out this way, but it's always just kind of been for fun.
What was your plan?
Well, I went to school for journalism, but it was one of those things where I was halfway through the program and I was like, I don't want to do this, but I'm in too deep. So I'm happy it worked out this way, but I probably would have gone into either like science or done writing or something like that. Who knows?
Well, I'm glad that music found you and you found music. I just played the new version of your song Cloud 9 featuring Tegan and Sarah. The song has some updated lyrics. Why was it important for you to remake the song or do a new version at least? And how did the collab happen?
Yeah, I mean, I'm huge fans of Tegan and Sarah. I'm so happy that they were available and down to even do it because they're music legends. And especially on the internet, I saw a kind of a calling for alternate pronouns and people making covers with alternate pronouns. So it just felt really appropriate that there was a version that could be more inclusive to everybody.
Super cool. I'm going to play your song Prom Queen on the radio here in a moment. What's the inspiration for this song? I kind of know some of the backstory, but explain to folks that don't know, what was your inspiration for writing this song?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely multi-dimensional. I feel like I definitely struggled with some eating issues in high school and stuff like that. But it kind of came to fruition because I saw someone else, a close friend of mine, going through a similar journey. And it was, when you're in that mindset, it's kind of hard to communicate with words. Like, hey, I'm noticing this problem. So I kind of just wrote this song to sort of capture like what I was going through and maybe shed light on that for her. And luckily it worked. And I feel like I was finally able to communicate like, hey, I understand what you're going through and we should both work on like getting better.
It's a super powerful song. I just love the song. Before I let you go, now that things are kind of opening back up, is there anything in particular you're excited to be able to do?
Definitely tour. I can't wait to see everybody out there across the country and just feel that like human to human connection again.
Well, but Wonder Ballroom is a place here in Portland, December 3rd, Beach Bunny. I will be there at that show. Looking forward to seeing you.
Thank you. Can't wait to see you too.
I'll be the one, I'll be waving at you, okay?
Okay, I'll keep my eyes out.
Keep your eyes up. Have a great weekend, Lily. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Yes, of course. Yes, you too. Have a good one.